6 years ago, William Layton set a state record with his giant pumpkin, 1,138 pounds. That's more than half a ton, or as heavy as a fully grown dairy cow. At the time, he was confident he'd have a world record pumpkin the following year, but he's been skunked ever since.
The secret to growing giant pumpkins is weather and luck. And this year we're having some horrible weather, but I still got a patch with my new growing system that I got.
It turns out that growing pumpkins in Virginia is more challenging than other areas of the country due to our humid summers and tropical storm systems. 2 years ago, Layton lost a 1,500-pound pumpkin just 3 weeks before the State Fair of Virginia. Last year, a serious thunderstorm in June wiped out his pumpkin patch. This year, he's using a new growing method featuring his own brand of mulch and growing socks to keep down disease and moisture problems. He spends months every year nurturing his pumpkin plants, which can be 35 to 40 feet long, for just one gourd. His wife calls herself a pumpkin widow because he can spend hours each day in the patch.
Normally you have to weed it every day. You have to water. You got to make sure everything's watered. You got to make sure you don't have any insects. A lot of people bury their vines to keep the squash vine borers off of them, and I don't do that. I treat mine with insecticide. It's just so much to do in the day, and at the height of the pumpkins when they grow, I've had them grow as much as 45 to 50 pounds a day.
Layton's son, William Jr., helps in the patch, and this year his pumpkin is much closer to his house, but it's still a big time commitment, and it can be expensive since most giant vegetable growers use custom seeds. Some growers buy their seeds on the internet, while he uses seeds he's bred for himself.
I've seen some of the giant pumpkin seeds that grew the world record pumpkins go for as much as $1,000 for one seed, and you don't even know if it'll open up and grow.
Layton is a member of the Virginia Giant Vegetable Growers Association. He's trying his hand at giant watermelons this year as well. He says an extremely wet spring this year has already knocked out most of his competitors, but anyone can grow a larger than usual pumpkin.
You can grow a 300-pounder, 400-pounder very easily if you get good seeds, and you can find them on the internet. And also, you got to have a big spot.
In addition to keeping the pumpkin dry and fighting disease and insect problems, Layton says you have to prevent it from scalding in the summer sun. Despite all the hard work, working in the pumpkin patch is relaxing for him, a chance to reconnect with nature. He's been hooked on trying to grow a giant pumpkin since his first one in 2005.
I guess we're just crazy. I don't know. It's just something about it. The plant, it's just like totally alive. You can watch it. It grows like 2.5 foot a day. On good days, the pumpkin will put on 40 or 50 pounds. You can actually watch this plant grow.
This year, Layton's off to a good start. His pumpkin's grown 70 pounds in the first 2 weeks since the fruit set. He has his fingers crossed it will make it all the way to the end of September, when he'll need a backhoe to load it onto a pallet and drive it to Caroline County and the State Fair of Virginia weigh-in. But experience tells him the odds are still against him. In Nelson County, Virginia, I'm Norm Hyde.